How's it going, everybody? It's Hal again. I haven't made a video in a long time, just been too busy with life and just kind of teaching myself some more things, and more information is always better for the brain. So my main subject of this video is going to be about HAARP and just trying to kind of educate people a little bit on HAARP, even though there's like hundreds of videos out there now on YouTube, and there's a lot of people that are actually tuning into the idea and learning more about it and exposing it more. I kind of follow it every single day. There's a few websites, thanks to the guy Dutchsinse, who I like a lot of his videos. You can find a lot of them on my page. Um, I learned a lot of my information actually from him, and well, my information on how to like track HARP and track the signals of where HARP is being activated and stuff like that. It happens every single day. You know, it's not like they choose once in a while to do it, but it's every single day they do it. You can like, there's one website. I'll try and add the link to it below. That's the main one I watch. It shows the precipitable water in the air, so you can really see the best signs of HARP happening on that every single day. There's just so many telltale signs of. Like I said, if you go to Dutchsinse page, I'll put a link to his page. He himself has a lot of stuff to tell you about that too. Like he's the one that taught me how to, like, what the certain things are to watch out for. And then when you learn the little signs and telltale signs of HARP happening, it's actually kind of shocking that you can go on this website or a few websites every single day and you can literally watch HARP messing up the weather and just controlling what we have every day, like controlling the jet streams, controlling it from being 100 degrees in the States one day to the next day it's snowing. Like that doesn't happen on its own. Mother Nature does not do that on its own unless it's being aided along by something like HARP. There's, I think, about 18 different HARP locations in the world that I know of, I've heard of, and I've looked up on. A lot of them you can actually find right on Google Earth. It's really crazy. Like the governments are really not trying to hide it anymore. They kind of don't care. It's like, hey, it's here, we're doing it. You know, shut the fuck up and kind of go on with your life, and you never know what the weather's gonna be. Like, you know, you gotta imagine that's gotta have some really bad effects on Mother Nature, and it's not meant to be messed with. You know, Mother Nature's supposed to be left alone. It does what it does for its own purposes and its own reasons. Anything man-made is just gonna result in a lot of messed up stuff happening in the future, and then everybody's gonna realize, all those friggin' governments are gonna realize, look at what we've done, ruined the earth. But you know, greed, and it all comes back to greed and stuff like that. So, but anyways, about HARP. Pretty much all of the major natural disasters, as they call it, happening like weather-wise recently, and like years back. Every single hurricane, all those, like many of the tornadoes, a lot of those super crazy storms that absolutely come out of nowhere and kind of happen in like a blink of an eye. Like that's all HARP. Again, there's more videos on YouTube you can watch. A lot of guys like show how to track the stuff. They show you what to look out for, and a lot of guys have pinpointed certain natural disasters to HARP, and it's really alarming. You know, everybody in the world has to wake up. You guys gotta stop living blind and living like fucking robots. You know, I can't even stop myself from swearing because it's just bullshit. Bullshit, you know? You have like a handful of people controlling the whole fucking earth and everybody else living like lab rats pretty much. That's what we are. You know, if you even start realizing all the radiation that's in the air now, that's been in the air all thanks to Fukushima exploding and melting down, and now it's going into the core of the earth or burning through the crust, whatever. It's messed up, you know, and a lot of people are not even realizing it. A lot of people don't even know a lot of the stuff that I'm even talking about. I have a lot of my own friends that I just try and like, hey buddy, you know, this is what's going on. This is like, read up on this, go read some stuff, go watch some videos, whatever, if you don't want to read, and just realize what's happening around you. And like, everybody in this earth has to wake up and stand up together. Because like, how can we just let a group of people control our whole lives and control what's going on? Like, we don't even have regular seasons anymore. I remember when I was a kid, like, HAARP wasn't as active back then. But me, I'm almost 29 now, so it's crazy. Like, I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. She's almost turning 3 soon, and she's not gonna get to see a lot of the stuff that I seen, and just go through regular seasons, like, somewhat regular. Like, so winter is winter, and spring is spring, summer is summer, and fall is fall. Not fucking in the middle of January, it's like 2-3 degrees outside, and you're walking around with a sweater on. Like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't know. One thing I will say is, in about 3 years, a lot of messed up stuff is gonna start happening. A lot of the side effects are slowly starting to kick in now, but in 3 years, it's gonna get really, really out of hand. What everybody is living for every day, the stuff that you find important in your life, and stuff that you find a necessity and that you need or you want, a lot of it's not gonna matter. Not at all. Money's gonna stop fucking mattering, because so many natural disasters are gonna happen due to HAARP just messing up the weather system and messing up Mother Nature. The Mother Nature is gonna start fighting back, and it's gonna be very messed up, and they won't be able to control it. You're gonna start seeing insane earthquakes happening, and these will be natural earthquakes. They won't be the ones due to farking and stuff like that, because or fracking. Sorry, it's like, fracking is another really crazy thing. It creates earthquakes and stuff every single day, but nobody does anything about it. And again, those fracking sites, you can actually see them right on Google Earth, or even on just Google Maps. Doesn't matter. But click the satellite image and bam, you can go right in. Like, look at states, and I won't even get into that now. But so, what's gonna happen is a lot of really crazy things, earthquakes, a lot of tsunamis. You're gonna start seeing a lot of places actually just sink into the water, just due to us pumping out so much groundwater and stuff, like places like anywhere that's sitting on lime rock, and they have water that they're taking out. So sorry for that, but it's gonna get out of hand. Um, I personally wouldn't eat any of the fish in the water right now, not at all. Not because of the Fukushima and stuff like that. That just popped in my head. Sorry, but yeah. So when all these things start happening and there's nothing we could do about it, like, it's been known before. It's in history. When something big happens, like a big natural disaster happens, and a certain area is left kind of just needing help and stuff like that, everybody just goes into a state of chaos because nobody knows what to do. Nobody's used to it. When something out of the normal happens and is really crazy in some people's eyes, like, imagine 2 or 3 of the biggest hurricanes and tsunamis and typhoons hitting the earth at the same time, and then having 5 or 6 gigantic, huge 7.8 like earthquakes happen at the same time, and have like half of the volcanoes in the world, like, that are active right now, all just explode at the same time. What do you think's gonna happen? Everybody's gonna go apeshit. Nobody's gonna know what to do. And just being, if there was a way to stop HARP right now, it doesn't mean that a lot of those crazy things won't happen, but it'll definitely take a little bit longer. But if we keep on messing up Mother Earth every single day and messing with the weather every single day and putting all these nano aluminum like vapors into the air from chemtrails, it's like, I don't know, it's really upsetting. Uh, Sometimes it's a little too much to take in, but you know, it's better to know than not to know what's going on around you. That's why I make these videos. I'm not trying to come off cocky or anything like we're acting like I know everything. It's just, you know, it's better to share whatever information that you have. And I would really like to have every single person in the world try and like watch these kind of videos and just learn about the stuff. Like, they're not conspiracies, people. They're real. Like, there's websites that are, like I said, they show satellite imaging that happens right now, where you can look at the weather and you can see it happening. It's not conspiracies. Like, you can, thanks to the internet, there's anything you can find out, anything, as long as you search for it. And like, I don't really give a fuck about the government. Like, they track everything. I'm working off an iMac, so like just right there, the government's watching everything. Every single Apple device that like is traced by governments and FBI's and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter anymore. There's no more hiding. There's no more privacy. Privacy does not exist anymore. Even when you're sitting in your own room by yourself trying to mind your own business, you don't have privacy. You don't. Like, your cell phone could be getting tapped at any second. Your iPhone, they could be watching you through the like camera on your iPhone. Even if your phone's turned off, they can still activate the microphones and stuff like that. Like, there's no such thing as privacy anymore. You know, it all comes back to the governments and all these like big organizations. Like, fuck President Harper. He's a fucking idiot. Stupidest freaking Canadian, not president, sorry, prime minister. He's the worst prime minister we've ever had, by far. He's a goddamn retard. Uh, One thing I've always loved about being Canadian is, you know, we were more aware about the weather, or not the weather, just like Mother Nature and all the trees and stuff like that. Just, you know, America is a super giant in this world. It does everything on a colossal state. Like, everything's huge over there. Doesn't matter what it is. You know, right from like the food to like the food chains to the government offices, like you name it, everything there is bigger than anywhere else in the world. And Canada has always been a little bit different, and just been a bit more aware on some stuff and not doing everything as big as the States. But thanks to the idiot Harper, now we're doing the same thing as them. Well, we're starting to. He's being a retard, but anyways, it'd be really nice to just have people wake up. You know, people take these subjects serious. People start reading more, start watching more, and hopefully we can all somehow get together and stand up against these people, which I kind of find a little hard because a lot of people have it in their mind are conspiracies. They're not real, but they're just being led by the government. You know, even the textbooks out, like all the stuff in schools and stuff they're teaching the kids, they're not teaching them everything that's real. They're being taught certain things for very certain reasons. They leave a lot of the real stuff out. There's a lot of books that come out from nowadays that don't have any real information in it. Like, I'd say a good 90% of them are all false. Trying to find that like 5 to maybe 10% of the stuff that's real is, it's really hard. Um, there are a few people, all you gotta do is like actually read their work and compare it to other stuff. Like, a lot of the other stuff that you take it as sounding normal is actually not. The stuff that you read that you find too crazy and kind of far-fetched to even believe, like, no way, man, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, that's not real. Well, guess what? That stuff is real. And it's the government that's making you think that way. So when you see and hear about stuff like that, you're like, no, that's not real, it's bullshit. You're being controlled, you're being, like, told to think a certain way. So all those people out there that people said were crazy, what is this guy talking about? Like, look at the information he has, don't believe him, he's just fucking crazy. That guy was not crazy. That guy was trying to do what I'm trying to do, what everybody else is trying to do, is like wake you up, make you listen, like make you open your eyes, and like actually open your eyes and just be aware of what's around you. Look up at the sky. Just looking up at the sky can tell you a lot of things, from the way the clouds are and all those freaking chemtrails. But so, anyways, I'm not gonna go too much longer on this, just because there really is a lot of videos. I just wanted to put my little like 2 cents in. But everything I've said in this video is real, and the thing about like 2 to 3 years, I'd say probably like closer to like 2.5, maybe 3 years of something really big, really bad happening, it will happen. It will definitely happen. Um, it's crazy, people have to. All I can tell people to like start doing is start planning. Really, like start planning. Start planning on how you would live if everything and all the technology and everything that we have right now did not exist. Let's say you pretty much go back to the Stone Ages, Let's say electricity did not exist. There's no more electricity. No more, like, running water. No more, like, everything. Everything that's out. It all disappears. Right down to, like, the fruit production, like, factories, everything. Like, back to the Stone Ages. How would you live? Let that sink in. Like, how would you live? Think about it. If you were back to the Stone Ages, like that, everything's gone. What would you do tomorrow? You'd be fucked. Because it could happen right now. And there's nothing you could do. You have no seeds to grow your own stuff. Thanks to Monsanto, they make like regenerating seeds. So like when you grow a fucking tomato, you can't take the seeds out of that tomato and grow another tomato with it. It doesn't work. Mother Nature made it like that. But now we have fucking governments and places and companies that are messing that up. So it's really hard to find like real seeds, good seeds, organic seeds, ones that'll like make a new crop for you the next year. Um, that's what people have to start getting. You have to start getting seeds. You have to start thinking of ways of how to clean your own water, how to filter your own water. Um, you know, Solar panels do hurt the environment when they're being made. Anything does, from all the pollution and like the byproducts that are left afterwards. But that's going to be one of the main ways of getting electricity. Should really start investing in some of those for you and your family. Everybody that lives around like sea level should start finding property or buying property or moving up to a higher elevation, like a much higher elevation. Um, just because the water levels are going to rise really, really quick at one point. Well, not at one point, but just slowly they're going to start rising. That's it. Like, people have to start planning for the future, planning for what's going to happen. What are we going to do if shit hits the fan right now? Really. You have to think of planning on going back to right to the like Stone Ages, because then It's gonna go into survival mode for the whole world. A lot of people are gonna start dying. A lot of people are gonna start killing each other for things, and it's gonna get really, really out of hand. And it's gonna happen really quick. And the strong will survive, and the weak will die. And again, it's people have to wake up. Um, People really need to wake up. People really need to start planning. Everybody really in this world has to stand together. We're all human beings. We all have the same skin. We all have the same insides. All of our bodies are made of the same thing. We all have 5 fingers, like on each hand. We have nails. We have hair on our body. We have the same skin. We have eyes that do the same exact thing. We have mouths that do the same thing. So why can't we all stand up together? Why can't we all be together as one and help each other and stop fucking killing everybody and stop killing everything in this world? Stop killing Mother Nature. If you're an environmentalist and you love Mother Nature and you're always helping out Mother Nature will take care of you in the end. People are going to say, okay, this guy's crazy. No, it's true. If you love plants, and you love the earth, and you love Mother Nature, when everything goes wrong, Mother Nature will remember that and will try to protect you. Um, so yeah, I know my video kind of just switched topics, but the main thing was HAARP, and just kind of led into this. But when something pops in my head, I really do want to talk about it. And this is a very serious matter of, you know, what's everybody gonna do if you go back to the Stone Ages? Everybody should start reading books on how to grow your own vegetables, how to grow your own everything. And believe it or not, marijuana will save a lot, because when everything goes bad and there's no more medicine to make, no more painkillers to make, no more things to help out anxiety, depression, all that things that like medical marijuana is made for, you can make it with it. So it's like you really have to start planning. And from growing hemp, same thing. If you grow hemp, you can make your own clothes from it. You can make your own like bed sheets from it. You can make food from it. You can make everything from it. So people should really start reading about more organic ways of living, organic ways of growing. Everybody's too used to pesticides and chemicals and everything to make it grow fast. What if all that's gone, people, and you don't know about organic stuff? It's you have to think of your family, you have to think of yourself, and you have to think of how you're gonna live. So my main reason for these videos is just to help everybody just kind of wake up and like really start planning for the future, really start planning for a major natural disaster, which will happen. 150% it will happen. I mean, to scare people, I'm just trying to wake people up. Um, so I really hope people do take this stuff serious. I'm not talking out of my ass. There's hundreds of thousands of people that are just like me out there and making videos just like me out there, trying to warn people and tell people to wake up. So yeah, everybody, I really hope I have some, good information for you guys, and I hope you guys do take this stuff serious. If you want to laugh at me, go ahead, because I really don't care. It's not gonna bother me because I know what's happening and you don't. And I'm trying to help you wake up and open your eyes, but I really hope you do. So for those individuals that actually do take this serious, much love to you guys. And please just think of yourself and think of your families and think of how you're going to eat and you're going to survive. When you start planning for that, then maybe you'll be able to take care of yourself and your family. So that's it, everybody. If you guys have any comments, please leave them. I'll definitely get back to you. And that's it. Peace out, everybody, and love Mother Nature, and she'll love you back.